Hello, we're back, you guys. Oh my god, you guys. So y'all love the last video, so we had to do another one. And honestly, we're so excited because we've been having so much fun just like girl talking with y'all. So again, we have my special guests here from the last video. We have
Maru
and
Esther,
two of my favorite humans ever. It's the best time. I love talking to them. They're the most amazing people. Support them on everything they do because I genuinely love them. Let's just get right into it because y'all were showing so much love to the last one. We had to just get this one in. Ladies, what is your ideal partner?
I'm Christian, so I would like someone to want to walk with God. And you know, I'm Christian, so I want him to be Christian. Yeah, I just like this. It's kind of someone that has a desire to grow, open-minded. I don't really care too much about like height or anything like that. But yeah, just kind, thoughtful, kind of general things though.
Yeah.
You know? What is something that's not very general? Because we all want kind, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Mine was just like, yeah, he has to be Christian.
Yeah.
Somebody that's adventurous,
Okay.
with food and everything. Like yes. I will say
Esther
like
loves her food.
No,
okay?
I love Maru because she eats whatever the and I remember the first time I met you, I think we talked about it. Might not be the first time, but she was like, yeah, I like anything and everything. And I was just like, thank God, dude. I will vibe with people that...
Food is so your love language. Food
no,
adventure-
that's why I love you.
Food adventures
yeah.
is my thing. Like
Me too. Like I would try anything from any culture, anything. Can I really be with somebody that can't like try my food because they're not used to it? That's like number one thing. Also because like, let's say like I introduce you to my parents. My mom is gonna cook for you. My dad is gonna barbecue for you. And if like you're not into like trying new foods, then like they might take it as disrespect just because they're like adults and then that's how they take it as.
For me, I think open-mindedness is so important to me. Like in every aspect, just open-minded to anything. Do you know what I mean? Like I love like theories. I'd read about flat earth theory a little bit at that time and I talked to him about it, just be like, oh, it's actually kind of cool. Like if you look into like the reasons why like people think like the earth is flat, like it's actually kind of interesting. And he clowned the out of me.
They don't even try to listen to
like
you or the people that believe in it.
Yeah, he clowned me so hard and only he stopped once I got like actually mad at him. And it was like, I'm not even saying I believe 100% that the earth is flat, but like I'm so open to learning about why they feel that way, why they think that. And I mean that in like every way. Do you know what? I'm always so open to like hearing like what makes this person feel.
The other side is honestly very interesting.
Yeah.
You know what
yes.
I mean?
Yeah. So I'm just like, so when someone is so quick to be like, no, that I'm like, no.
I hate that like stubborn people that aren't even willing to listen. Like, bro, please, this is how you learn.
Give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
Don't knock it till you learn. Because like before learning about flat earth theory, I was someone who thought it was like stupid as fuck, obviously. But if you like look into the reasons why, it like opened my mind to why they believe this. Like,
and usually they have like multiple good points that I'm like, okay, wait, that does make sense.
Yeah, I consider myself like very, very, very open-minded. Like I'm never one to just immediately be like, no, because of this. Like I'm very like, I want to hear your point. So like I could never in a million years be with someone who's the type that's like, nope, you're wrong because of this. You're not, I'm not listening to the rest.
You make like everybody feel good.
Oh,
you do. So hard. You validate a lot of people's feelings.
Oh,
I could definitely see like the open-mindedness.
I
can't say that. Is there anything else?
Someone that likes to travel, and when you're traveling, not just like staying at the hotel and not doing anything. I had an ex that he would like to travel, but the thing is, when he did, he would only just want to stay at the hotel. Like, what the f is the point of that? Like,
he's dragging you down. Like,
what's the point of that? What's the point of that?
That's what I'm saying. And his thing is like, okay, the hotel has a pool, the beach is right there. What else do we need to do? Like, he didn't want to do none of that like adventurous shit where like you go on hikes or like look at monuments and like do all that travel shit. Look at the culture. Go. I mean, he liked the food part though, but all he ever wanted to do was stay at the hotel, swim, tan, go to the beach. But there's just so much more to that. Like you go to travel to immerse yourself in the culture, like so that's one thing for me. There's a balance. Like I feel like you gotta get the best of both worlds, especially when you are traveling.
You guys have to literally traveling with someone having the same travel
goals
is super important.
I think I need someone who likes walking because I love walking.
That's
which is random, but I love going on walks. Like I live in Toronto, like that's a walking city. Like when people don't want to walk, I'm just like, ugh. If something's like a 30-minute walk, I'm like, let's walk. Why not? I love walking. It's like so much fun for me. And I feel like you get to know people a lot when you're on a walk. I love walking and talking. So, and I don't know if it's like an ADD thing, but it's just like walking, I feel like stimulated and I can focus more on like conversations and stuff. So it feels very nice.
Oh God, an ideal partner would not be friends with their ex. I know that's normal, dude, but some people don't give a
Yeah, some people
really don't care. I have a lot of boundaries when it comes to relationships, and I know I get a lot of hate for that, but honestly, I'm not gonna on your boundaries.
We're allowed to have our standards. Don't hate.
Thank you for saying that, because a lot of people think like there's a right and wrong. Like no, like everybody is different.
Yeah, there are things that like I am okay with that you may not be okay with, you know?
I think also I would need someone who's patient.
Patience is huge.
Because I'm a little impatient at times. So I think if I had a patient partner, he would encourage me to be patient. Because for example, Emily, she's a very, very, very patient person. And when I spent a lot of time with her, I found myself being more patient because she was so patient.
She's so chill.
Yeah, that it made me be like, I shouldn't be as temperamental and like quick to like whatever anger, because like she was so not quick to anger. So I think if I had a boyfriend or something, a husband, he would have to be patient so that I can learn from his patience.
Oh yeah.
Or that like his patience would make me more patient.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. How to know you are being love bombed.
If you barely know them and they're just like giving you stuff or like giving you hella compliments and just like thinking that you're their world, that's love bombing. It's a form of manipulation. They're not in love with you.
Yeah, it might not even be on purpose though, but like sometimes
they do accidentally.
Sometimes they really do. They think they're actually like they're just infatuated, that like they think they're in love but they're really not.
I remember hearing our guy friends and stuff saying like, oh yeah, like sometimes in the moment like I say all that stuff and in the moment I mean it, but then like later I'm like I didn't mean it, you know?
Yeah,
I'm like,
and that is so scary to me because I've heard my guy friends say that too.
Yeah.
One night they could literally mean everything they're saying. Like they could be like, oh my gosh, like, I really f with you like that, like heavy, blah blah, and the next day after, like the next morning after, they're like,
never mind.
I don't know.
And also I want to tell this story. This is such a tell of someone love bombing. So Maru took me on kind of like a triple date. Like
this is such a good explanation.
I've loved this. Is the perfect example of love bombing, okay? So we would go on this little triple date. The guy, really cute, physically my type, blah, blah, blah. Him and I actually did hit it off. We had like really good banter, really good conversation. We were very like, good. That was a really cute triple date, was it not?
Also, like, the crazy part is though, like, he got all of us because like she would show us the text or whatever he was saying, and we're like, oh my god, like he's so cute, Sahar, go for it. Like we were all confused because his words were so good.
Yeah, and he literally asked me on a date, but I was like, there's no point in doing this because it's not that we're gonna have a future. Like yeah, a date could be fun, but like I don't see the point in continuing this if I know like we'll never work out long term, you know? And then I told him I can't, and I was like, I genuinely do like vibe with you, but I'm just really busy for the next few days. I just can't, because I was really busy. And then he sends me this humongous paragraph. Literally, do you remember how in love he sounded in that?
Guys, he fooled me too. I was like, dude, Sahar, you have to.
Like,
I will say, Emily was the first one that caught on. And she was the first one that said something like, is that not iffy? And we were like, wait.
She was like, isn't that kind of love bomby that he's saying that? Yeah. Like, but it was literally like, he's like, I've never met a girl like you in my entire life. You are intelligent. You are beautiful. Crazy. You have this mind out of something I've ever seen. I've never met someone like you. And I can't let you leave without making sure you know that. And I'm out here being like, oh my god, am I just this magical? Like whatever.
She was eating that.
I was.
They make you feel so good.
Yes, it's very scary.
They don't know you enough to be saying all of these things.
Was this
they have never genuinely like got to know you.
This was the second.
This is the second time I've hung out with it.
Also, I will add that in the first link, he was already telling me, or like loud enough so Sahar could hear it too. He'd be like, "I'm in love," but I think he did that on purpose because he knew Sahar would be able to hear it.
Like, dude, this guy's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro. And at first I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cute!" Like he really vibes with her, whatever.
Even when I left and came to you being like, oh, we should head out, he's talking. So Emily's with like her guy, they're chilling. He's going into the room being like, I'm in love with her. He's telling all my friends he's in love with me.
And I think he was thinking ahead too. He was like, okay, like if I say this to her friend, she's gonna bring it up to her later. Like, that is crazy that guys think like that. But then like Sahar, I was thinking about that after like Emily brought that up, and I was like, he's an athlete. He's a light-skinned like 6'8" athlete. Like he knows what he's doing. He knows.
And y'all want to know the real as I was leaving his car, okay, when he dropped Emily and I off, I'm looking in middle of the drive. I noticed this, but I didn't say anything. I opened the car door, and like, you know the little pocket in the car door? There was a blue CoverGirl mascara in there.
Which, I mean, it's okay because y'all just met.
We just met. It was our second link. That's fine. But
that you cannot be in love with somebody that quick when you're other people.
And he told me he just cleaned the car. Just recently had cleaned the car. You didn't see that mascara in there. And like, I think that girl left it there in case there was other girls to like scare them off.
Oh yeah, because girls be doing that
But I think maybe a week later, he like unfollowed me on Instagram and removed me as a follower. And I texted you being like, what?
Yeah.
And then Maru was like, oh, well, I kind of do that too and I don't really see a future with them. But I was like, I get that. But like, do you see the way he was confessing love, sending me love letters over text, and then unfollowed me on Instagram a week later? Love bombing. When it's too much too quick, do not get excited. Love bombing.
Girls are emotional and they have like this motherly instinct.
Yeah.
A lot of the times. And when they're like pouring their heart out and being vulnerable, you're just like, oh my god, he's being vulnerable. Like he must really love me or trust me. And like we easily fall for that shit. But you guys just remember, if you guys just met,
they know too. They know that if they open up to you, that makes you think, oh, he's
special. We're special.
Yeah. He's telling everybody that. Okay, tips for using tampons, pads, Diva cups. What's y'all's preference?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know how to put a tampon in. I know.
You don't?
Wait,
do you use a
you
pad?
Never use a tampon?
I use Miami lighters and pads.
Oh wow, you're like my mom. She's never used a tampon.
My mom has never used a tampon either. You know what? That's actually perfect.
You just group me with older women. My mom either. Honestly, I would love to use tampons because, dude, you can wear all these cute dresses and like just cute outfits when, you know, you're going out. But then me, I'm over here old as just being like, oh, I have a diaper.
But what is the reason? I'm curious.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's very hard for me to put it in because I'm not wet enough. And then I kind of like tense up. And then second of all,
are your periods really light?
Yeah, they're really light.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. It's just when I did put it in, very, very uncomfortable. And that's because I put it in wrong. But every single time, like, you're supposed to do it in an angle, right? Never goes in. I swear, I'm not saying this just because like my pussy's tight. It's literally, I just don't know how to put it in. I'm just putting it in. I'm putting it in wrong. Okay.
That's actually kind of perfect because we have a pad user, liner user, we have a tampon user, and then we have a Diva cup user. And those are the three that I want to talk about. I love Diva cup, and I'm
oh my god,
I'm the biggest fan of Diva cup. Do you want? Let's talk about pads first. Like pad is like the beginner. If you're just starting your period, just use pads.
With pads, it's sanitary.
Just make sure you get the heavy flow ones because when I used to use pads, holy leak everywhere.
Oh, really?
I have a heavier flow than you though. I think you have
a super heavy flow, and that's the only reason why I have to use tampons. I only use tampons when I need to.
You guys don't feel like it's gonna leak? Like, you know how when you have that rush of period blood, you feel it?
Yeah, I have to use a tampon on top of that, either a liner or a smaller pad.
I have to use a liner every time with tampons.
Yeah,
it never doesn't leak for me.
Facts. Esther, that was me too before. Like when I first tried to do tampons because every girl was using it. Honestly, I tried using tampons because I thought it was cool.
It was cool. It was
like in middle school, it was like a thing to use tampons, and I tried, but like for the longest time I couldn't. I think for the first 2 years of having my period, I couldn't use a tampon just because I couldn't. I like tried watching videos, like the pictures they give you, but then you get the hang of it, and also you really do need to do it when you have a heavier flow because it slips in so much easier.
No, because if I could put dude, I could put a tampon in, but
I would say it's not for everybody, and for some people it could be confusing.
It is confusing. And like I remember my mom was like super against it because she's
my mom too.
Like she was like, why do you want to shove things up your vagina, huh? Why do you want to do that? I was using tampons in secret at first, and then finally eventually I had a talk with her, and it was like her friends' daughters were using tampons and some of my cousins were using tampons. So I went to my mom, I'm like, they're all using tampons, why can't I use them? And she's like, okay, fine. And now she's okay with it. But I'm such a Diva cup stan, and I've put at least 4 people on Diva cup. I'm not kidding.
They don't like it?
They love it. Because the only reason I started using it was because I was trying to go swimming and I was on my period. And with tampons, I always feel weird with it because it's like, you know when you put in a tampon and you go swimming, you come out, it's like it's a full tampon now, full of water. That just doesn't sit right with me. I just don't love the vibes. And I don't like wasting a tampon like that. You know what I mean? Like putting it in, going swimming, taking it out, and like throwing it out. Like I would like to use a tampon to its full life, you know, because I just don't like waste. But
I have a question. Have you guys ever seen those reusable toilet papers?
Oh, I would.
What the is that? How? Wait, I don't know how it works, but is it really like you wipe your ass with it and then you wash it?
I think, like I know with diapers, because I have a friend whose sister uses them. It's like a diaper that's fine, it's normal. And then you basically put like a bamboo sheet over it. So the bamboo sheet kind of absorbs everything, and then you just throw out the sheet.
That makes sense.
And
it's
then
like a liner a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit like a liner, and then you just wash the diaper and to get any of the extra whatever. But basically because of that, I also like the idea of like, and this isn't sponsored, I just love Diva cup or any variation of a Diva cup. It's just reusable, you can use it for a really long time. It's the one thing that helped me leak the least, because tampons I leak with, pads I leak everywhere with. Diva cup, it's just so like, it like basically like suctions into your vagina and like just no blood comes out.
I have a question. So with Diva cups, is it a silicone?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a cup and you put it in there.
Yeah.
And then so
How
when
is it
you
open?
feel like when you feel like it's full, do you just dump it out and
Yeah.
then rinse it off? But what if you're in public areas?
So basically, let me walk you guys through how to use one.
Imagine you're cleaning
Yeah.
it, everyone's like,
I had to actually teach my friend how to use it because she just was having a really heavy flow day. And she was like, I'm gonna have to use like 10 tampons today. And I was like, how about we just get you a Diva cup? I think that'll save you a lot of, she only had to change it once versus she would normally have to use 8 tampons throughout the day. So I was like, it flows. So it's like, you grab this rubber thing, you have to like fold it up, like fold it in, you put it up, and then you have to twist it, and then it'll latch on, it'll open up inside of you and latch into your hoo-ha. And then you just bleed throughout the day, whatever, it fills up. And then when it's time to go to the bathroom and to whatever, after however many hours, depending on your flow or whatever, you sit, you pretend you're like taking a shit, basically. Like you push, like as if you're giving birth a little bit.
whoa.
It comes out, like the end of it comes out, and then you just have to kind of pull it out. You're just kind of in this position, you just like pour it into the toilet. I never switch it in public places, to be honest, unless there's a sink for me there. And then you just quickly wash it in the sink, and then you just put it back in.
Wouldn't you get your hands all bloody too
See,
when you're...
That's the thing, it's a very bloody experience.
You have to do it in your home or like somewhere where
Somewhere where you can, you have to be very comfortable with your body, and you have to be comfortable with the mess, because it does get kind of messy. With me now, it's not as messy, but my fingers do get kind of bloody and stuff sometimes. But definitely recommend it. But obviously, start with a pad. Once you feel a little more comfortable with it, get into the tampon. And once you're extra comfortable, you're very good with yourself, with your hoo-ha, with blood, with everything, Diva cup.
Find what's best for you.
Yeah, like Diva cup works best for me, pad works best for Esther, tampon works best for Maru. Like you do,
Pads together.
just do what's comfortable for you. Like
Facts.
I'm glad we had 3 people to speak on 3
That's
different
crazy.
experiences, so that you guys can see what works best for you. Do not feel pressure to use tampons. I thought it was cool to wear a tampon. Don't feel pressure to do Diva cup, don't whatever, but you should start with a pad. No matter what, start with a pad at least.
If you're a tampon girl, get Korean tampons. Like that changed the game for me. Okay, I've only tried one brand, but like Korean products I feel like are so much are always better than American products. Get the one in the pink. It's a Korean tampon brand. It's like really popular.
Where can you get it? Only in Korea or like Amazon?
No, the market has it, like
Really?
H Mart or like
Oh,
Korean.
really? Okay.
Korean markets. They're so good. Like for me, it was always a problem with tampons where like even after I put it in, I could still feel it a little bit. Like it wasn't 100% comfortable. But with these, I don't feel them at all, and they're so easy to push in, because sometimes some tampon applicators are tricky. It's like hard to push it in as much as you need to, but this one, they make it so like easy to push in. So just check them out and see if you like them.
That actually puts us into the next one a little bit. What is your guys' holy grail for makeup and skincare? And I think this ties into Korean stuff, because Korean products for everything are so good.
Guys, I will say I recently switched to all Korean skincare. The way my skin has been looking,
Your
like,
skin does look really good right now.
Yes.
You guys all have very, very nice skin.
It's been, Esther, you have amazing skin.
So you
have amazing skin.
Bro, I do a lot, honestly. When people say, what's your skincare routine? I'm like,
Like, you don't even know.
oh God, in order to get this, it takes me a lot of work and a lot of money. And honestly, like, I can't just tell you like one product, you know? I would be lying.
Let's say like top, like maybe 3 or 4 products that you'd be like, this, I can't live without this product. We'll do top 3 for skincare and top 3 for makeup. For me, have you guys ever had Nivea cream or Nivea cream? I don't know.
Yeah.
That
The
is
thick one?
The thick one. That, I remember that's the my mom used, all my aunts use it, my grandparents use it. That is like a generational thing. And as a kid, I never got it and I thought it was weird, but now I get it.
You use it on your face?
Yes. But even on like my body too, but like my face mainly. And I just like, it's so, put it on before bed, you're gonna wake up with the softest skin you've ever had in your entire life.
I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's a Korean brand. It's called like Numbusin. I'm just like pronouncing it the way it's spelled. It's called the Glowing Toner, and it's in a big bottle that's orange. That makes your skin glow like no other. And,
Can
like,
you spell it
makeup
out
too.
just so people can
I
know?
think it's Numbuzin.
I haven't
So
been to
far.
Korean forever.
Yes, but also very cheap and affordable. And I'm telling you, a lot of skincare that's from Korea, very cheap.
I don't really have a holy grail. I change up products all the time, but my favorite moisturizer, and I've been using this, I've been repurchasing this. Okay, so the first one is the CosRX, the Snail Mucin.
Oh,
That is so good.
I heard about
You
that.
have to apply that when your face is wet.
You know, I started doing that because of you guys. You guys told me, I was on UTI and they told me, they were like, you have to put that on when your face is, and I do notice a difference. It's definitely more it feels like it's doing more for my face when my face is a little
it hydrates more, because I think because it has hyaluronic acid, and with hyaluronic acid you do have to apply it on damp skin in order to see results. And then I also use this COSRX Comfort Ceramide Cream, which is like a lotion, and honestly, like this it feels so moisturizing and nice on the skin. And then like always wait until your makeup product is fully dry and then put on your foundation or any makeup, okay? And also Trader Joe's sunscreen, I've been loving that. Really cheap as
Trader Joe's?
I swear.
I was actually about to bring up a sunscreen too as my second like holy grail product. The e.l.f. SPF like glow screen thing. It's like kind of a dupe for Supergoops.
Oh yeah, the Trader Joe's is supposed to be like
a dupe for that. Yeah. But I'm telling you guys, it is my favorite product ever. It's SPF 30 and it also is a primer as well. And I literally, they've given me so much of it. e.l.f., I love you. Please keep giving me products. I genuinely love it. Send them some. e.l.f., can we get them onto some?
God, I love e.l.f.
I was raving about y'all's bronzers and blushes. I recently started hopping on sunscreen because y'all came for me. You're like, where the fuck is your sunscreen? Like, that is so vital. So I've been looking at sunscreens. I used a couple. I don't like the ones with fragrance or like the really runny ones, but I will say the favorite one that I have right now is Beauty of Chosun. That sunscreen, it's so good. It doesn't even smell like sunscreen too. It doesn't have fragrance, and like when you put it on, like it makes your skin glowing. It works well with makeup, and that's my number one thing. If you fuck up my makeup, I will not put it in my routine. It acts like a primer a little bit.
The Biore makeup wipes from Japan in specific, best makeup wipe I've ever used in my entire life. You could do one thing, it would have been gone. My friend Spencer, she like stacked up on like 10 of them because they were that good. If you can find Japanese makeup wipes, the Biore ones, game changer. Game changer. One touch, it's gone.
Now that I know you guys use sunscreen a lot, I had a question. Like, do you guys use it every day?
Yes,
every day.
So do you guys use it like when you don't go out either?
Honestly, if I'm just gonna be like strictly at home, no.
No, I don't need any other time. Any other time,
yeah. The only problem with sunscreen is that you have to reapply maybe like
every 2 hours.
But the thing is, how do you do that when
you have makeup on?
Makeup on, yeah.
That's what I realized.
A lot of people have been talking about the spray, but with the spray too, you're supposed to
rub it.
So there's no point, right? But they do have like powders that have SPF on it, so you could do that. But I'm not gonna. It's cakey.
And I've heard the powders, people have put it under the test with like UVs. It doesn't really do that much. It doesn't do anything. So I just put mine on in the morning, and then at nighttime I put some retinol on. You're not supposed to use retinol every night though. Only like 2 or 3 times a week.
And only nights.
And only at night. Don't put that on in the day. It'll make your skin way too sensitive. Okay, should we get into makeup then for Holy Grail products? Again, I'm gonna plug in e.l.f. here. The Power Grip Primer, game changer. My makeup does not move. You need it. Live, laugh, love.
Mine is another e.l.f. product.
e.l.f., we love you.
Their bronzer, what's it called? It's just their bronzer that is primer infused. But also their blushes and their bronzers is like both primer infused. But I'm telling you, it like blurs out my skin and just like sits on my skin so perfectly. Never had a problem with that.
I use a lot of Maybelline products. So I use the Fit Me line. So the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation is really great. The powder foundation is amazing, and then the e.l.f. HD pressed powder is amazing,
and their loose powder.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. They do it so freaking well. Okay, and it's so inexpensive. And then on top of that, like I am in the process of switching all my high-end makeup products to drugstore, because honestly they do the exact same.
They do.
And I know this girl on TikTok that be comparing, because she used to work at Ulta, and she was like, most of the brands are owned by Lancome.
Yeah, they're all owned under the, or I think it's L'Oreal.
Is it L'Oreal?
I think it's L'Oreal.
Okay, yeah,
but they're owned by one big parent company. They just,
so yeah, research on that.
So it's like same ingredients, same,
a lot cheaper.
Just different packaging, different sides of the store. You know.
I guess that's it. But Maybelline.
I love the Rare Beauty liquid blush. That is my favorite Rare Beauty product ever.
Blush.
It is so pigmented, you guys. Literally the tiniest dab. That's it. That's all you need. I've had my Rare Beauty blush since Rare Beauty first came out. So it's been 3 years. I've had it and it's still not even remotely close to being out. I love that. And then I also love Maybelline. They have this one mascara. It's their Go Green mascara, okay? It's like a mousse voluminizing like mascara. I think it's like something like the packaging's made like out of recycled some shit. And I feel like because of that, it doesn't get the hype it deserves. It's not a waterproof mascara, but it is the only mascara I found that doesn't transfer at all. Oh,
she's speaking facts right now because a lot of the waterproof actually runs. I want to say too, I'm a drugstore girly. I'm telling you, they
Me
were
too.
just as good. Y'all, like
That is a really
ColourPop
good.
lip liners, I'm telling you, I never switched it up. I tried the NYX lip liners because a lot of people have said they're really good, but nothing ever hits the same. This one, I wear two. I wear BFF number 2, and I also wear
I feel like everyone loves your lip combo. You have such a good lip combo. Yes.
I forgot the other one. It's just the lighter version of the BFF number 2.
Yeah.
Elf powder, the blue one, not powder, the setting spray is amazing.
That one is so good. I've used it and the airport took it away from me because it was like too big.
Elf and Maybelline are my
Elf, they know how to deal with a friend that's drifting away, but you don't want them to.
Don't hold on to people that don't want to be helped.
Yes, that's my thing too.
Also, guys, just because you guys are friends for a while doesn't mean that you guys have to stay together. And you know what? There are times when you guys grow apart, and that's just a natural part of life.
We talked about this on our Girl Talk a lot, but like it's really natural to feel like I genuinely think the worst thing you can do when someone is drifting away from you is chase them. Like chasing them makes them just be like, oh my god, just get away, you know what I mean? If you just give people the space that they need, that's usually when it works out. Because I've had that happen where I've kind of told people I need, like this one person, I had a lot of built-up resentment towards them, and then they kind of gave me space without even me necessarily saying give me space, and then I was fine after a while. But like had they chased me, I don't think we would still be friends, because I just would have gotten annoyed. And I know it's so much easier said than done, because I always, like in our video, I was literally talking about like, it's natural, it's fine, it's okay to be sad, it's like blah, blah, blah. But once you're going through it, and I've been recently kind of going through it, it like hurts. It hurts a lot. Like I hate it. It's like a shitty feeling. Like it makes you feel like crap when people are like pulling away from you. But it is just a natural part of life.
I will say though, when that happens, I feel like you deserve a conversation for sure, like an honest conversation, because it's just like if you're drifting away from somebody, I feel like at least if they were like a good person, maybe you owe them like an honest conversation as to why, because then they're gonna be confused and they're gonna keep thinking about it.
Gives them so much room to overthink and to create scenarios and whatever.
If they're a person, do whatever you want as to like cutting them off. That's just what I think.
I agree.
What are the reasons why you would be drifting away from somebody though?
I think you just grow apart, and growing apart, that's like it's a hard place to have a conversation. I think it's really important to early on communicate the things that are bothering you, because with my situation, when I was kind of telling someone I need space, I did at least talk to them, and I kind of explained like, because of these reasons, I think I need a little bit of distance for a bit or whatever. And that kind of can calm people's anxiety, it calms people's nerves on like whatever. But no one's a villain for wanting distance from you. They're not the bad guy, you're not the bad guy. It's the cycle of life. We're in each other's lives for seasons, you know?
Yeah, I just try to remember the beautiful memories that I've had with this person, but I'm not gonna like blame myself or, you know, just let it eat me up.
True, and it doesn't have to be because of a big problem or anything. It truly could just be like, I don't know, I just feel like we are outgrowing each other, or I don't know, we're going our separate ways, and that's okay. It doesn't have to have like a big reason.
Don't make a habit of victimizing yourself and making other people the villain. It doesn't have to be like that, you know? Communication is key. That can help with a lot of that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, if someone doesn't want to be in your life, you can't force them. If they respect you enough, they will at least have a conversation with you about it. And if they don't, then you don't deserve people in your life that don't respect you. How to deal with your body changing as you get older.
Get a bigger bra.
I think this person was mainly talking about like, I think they were just hitting puberty kind of vibes. I hated when I got tits. I was so uncomfortable.
Can't relate. I wanted more tits.
You wanted boobs?
Yes, I wanted more. Like
I wanted more boobs too.
Throughout high school too, I was like, my isn't growing as much as theirs.
When Emily was talking about how when she was younger, like she got hips, and like she was getting like mad hit on by like older men.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable because you're so young, and you're just like, I kind of understand, because I think my butt started coming in like high school. I think butt wasn't really a thing back in high school. Like boobs were a thing.
Oh, it was a big thing in middle school.
No, for us, because I think
because I'm older.
Your generation was more into boobs,
yes,
and then our generation was more into
because like Nicki Minaj,
no, because
Kardashian,
everyone was getting like injections or like BBLs and back in our day, nobody was really getting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, boob jobs were like huge.
In your time, was it like the skinny? You want to be like skinny?
Yeah.
No,
Yes. They wanted to be like that model type, and then now
big
people
boobs.
want to be. I think model type is now in too. People
Yeah.
say, right?
Yeah.
There was an era where people loved that slim, thick, like voluptuous body. You know.
For us, it was like you had to have an ass. You are not hot if you do not have an ass.
It kind of sucks that they think that body is a trend.
It's so that as girls, it's like our bodies go in and out of style.
Remember when Asian people were like kind of on and like we were considered ugly, and now we're like low-key.
Bruh.
I don't know, people are like, okay, like Asians are baddies.
BTS.
Yes, thank you
BTS, thank you Blackpink. I've always looked more Asian than like typical like Uzbek Turkish people, and it was always like, do you eat cats and dogs? Blah blah blah. Your eyes are so small. How do you even see with your eyes that small?
Wait,
and I'm like,
your eyes?
yeah.
So hard. You have like
beautiful, like almond shaped eyes.
Oh, thanks, friend.
Honestly, this is so cliche, but love your body because that's what you were given, and you just gotta work it. Like, what's the point of like always hating yourself? You're not doing anyone a favor. You're not doing yourself.
And I will say, I always look back at high school me, and I'm always like, you were so hard on yourself for what? I was so insecure. I was so mean to myself, like blah, blah, blah. That looking at it now, I'm always like, you were fine. Like, you were okay. You were not this, like, as gross as you thought you were. Like, I was like, you are a cutie. You were adorable, like, whatever. And I feel like in the future, I'll look back at myself now and think the same thing where I'm like, I shouldn't have been so hard on myself. I was fine, like, blah, blah, blah. But I will say, I did notice a big shift from being, like, 19 to being in my early 20s of the difference in how I carry weight now. Let's say I got a little more ass now, and I got a little more boobs. Because I was very flat-chested and when I was younger and no ass at all, and now I'm like, hey, I got some hips. There's a little meat there. She jiggles sometimes, you know? We got some little titties. We got some boobs.
Your titties are tittying.
They have been tittying lately. You guys have seen
it. Dude.
Sahar, I was like...
Right, they looked huge.
They're sitting right.
They were doing what they needed to do. I will say, you know, with each age, there's like beauty that comes with the changes that come in your body. If we ever have like, I know you never want kids, but like, you know, we're gonna have kids. Our bodies are gonna change from that. And like, I don't know, when I talked to my mom about it, I'd be like, did you feel insecure with your body after like you gave birth? And she was like, well, you don't love it, but she's like, but then you look at your baby and you're just like, oh, it's worth it. And I'm like, oh, that's you.
I'm very flat chested, so I've never had that experience of like having like a big growth in like my boobs. So
she got that ass though.
Oh, she got that ass.
So every opportunity I get to talk about her ass, I'm going to. Hits the sky. It hits.
And they're perky as
That's what I'm saying. You genuinely have my dream ass. Just that high up, and you have the perfect little crease underneath. I'm like,
oh my god,
it's so bubble. She has such a bubble butt. You don't see it. That's why you don't get it. You don't see it the way we see it. Yeah, I think we've reached the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed the girl talks. Thank you to my beautiful guests for coming in and doing this with me. Check out their channels. Everything's linked. Show them love and support. And if you want them on again, let me know. And I guess I'll just have to make another trip out to LA to do more girl talks with them. But we've all been so honest, so real with y'all, and we love you so much. So thank you. Okay, bye.